Well, we have officially gotten into spring here in North Carolina, so today I'm hanging out in the garden and I'm going to show you guys how I'm doing my garden in 2025. Let's go. Alright guys, welcome to the backyard. This is my garden, and so for the past 3 years we have had these raised beds out here, and they're a variety of material, so I'm going to explain that a little bit for those of you that are new here. So about 3 years ago we had access to some I guess waste material from a construction site, and so Hunter brought these home. We got some tracks and we put those up, used the mini excavator to get those lined up, and we definitely put them within a lawnmower width right here so that he can just zoom through with the zero turn, so that was kind of nice. And then we also got some piping, some large pipe that he just cut into little bits, so you can see this pot right here is a pipe like that, and then the rest of these are just horse, cow troughs, whatever, just feeding troughs in general that I got from my dad a few years ago. And all of this has been utilized very well for raised beds. It has worked beautifully for us and we love it. And then last year we also added these cattle paneling. We added cattle paneling and we grew our cucumbers up those, and it turned out beautifully. We produced a ton of cucumbers, so we're definitely going to do that again this year. We also have another cattle panel that we were going to put up. We just got an extra just in case, but we didn't put that up last year, so I'm not sure if we're going to put it up this year or not. It just depends. But so that's what's going on in the garden. We do have a few things already planted, so I've got some jalapenos, I've got some bell peppers planted, and I got some strawberries that I planted I guess in the fall of last year, so they've been growing. They've got some straw on there, and they're hopefully it's the first time that I've grown strawberries too, so we'll see how they do. But that is the garden for this year, and I've got to continue to plant some more seeds, and then I've also got to put up some T-posts for the green beans, and I'm going to show you guys how I plan to do that this year, and hopefully the method works out because I've seen it online and it seems to be pretty simple, so we'll see. I'm trying to drive these in the ground, and I was using a metal hammer yesterday, and the metal was like off of the T-post was flying off and it was hit me in the face. So I asked Hunter where the rubber hammer was, and for some reason he did not want to tell me where it was, and so he told me to use a post driver instead. I've never used a post driver before, so this might be comical and you guys might get a kick out of this, so let's see how good I can be at this. Okay, for one, I did not realize how heavy these things were. I mean, okay, we'll see how this goes. I'm a little scared, but girls gotta do what girls gotta do, right? There's a lot of dirt in that thing. Oh, that was actually pretty easy. I think that's sturdy enough. Okay, so this is pretty simple. All I did was take a couple of T-posts and then some string, wrapped it around all the way up to the top, and then I'm going to plant the seeds beneath this, or the plants, however I grow them, and then hopefully guide them in between the strands there as they grow up. Alright, so this year I'm deciding to start the garden a little bit earlier than normal. I'm not trying to wait till the frost is over or anything like that, so I figured I would try to start some plants indoors this year, which I haven't done in the past, but I really wanted to try this out. And so I've got all of my pots laid out here. I do want to add some more, but I just have to collect more things to put some plants in. But I have used this little Nelco printer that I got from Amazon, and it connects to an app on your phone, connects to the Nelco app, and all you do is just type what you want into the app. You just type what you want onto the label. You can change the font, the size, put pictures on it, however you want to. and then just press print, and then it comes out of here and you just cut it. There you go, you got your label. Super simple. But I love this little thing because it's good to just label stuff like this. And so I'm using toothpicks and just wrapping that around the toothpicks so that I can tell what they are, and that's kind of how I'm doing it. Alright, you guys saw the garden, how I've got it plotted out this year. I actually am growing the seeds in the house here, which I know I said that I planted them, but I am growing seeds inside, and I do plan to put those out later this month, if not like the 1st of April, mid-April. We'll see. But today I'm gonna go outside, and I bought a fern at Tractor Supply yesterday, so I want to propagate it into a lot of ferns, which is what I typically do every single year. I don't like to buy a lot of ferns anymore. I typically just buy 1 or 2, and then I spread them out across the board because I have a ton of pots. I have a ton of hanging pots, so I like to cover the house in greenery as soon as I can within the spring year. I don't know if I did I do ferns last year? I don't think I did ferns last year, but I'm doing them again this year, and I absolutely love them, so I'm excited to get these going. Wyatt is thoroughly enjoying this weather, so I'm gonna get outside with the kids and with Hunter. He's working in a flower bed outside right now, and he's trying to get the wooden borders up on one of these front beds that you guys have seen in the past if you've watched a lot of my gardening videos and stuff. So I'm gonna get out there and kind of get started. Wednesdays are usually lazy days for me, and I'm kind of like a self-care day, I guess, if you will. But since Hunter's home today, I feel like I'm forced to go outside and do something, so. Here's the flower bed I was talking about. We put some rock in last spring, and so now we've had these timbers that we just need to match this bed right here. So that's what Hunter's working on right now. Had to move some dirt and some rock, make a little divvy here for the wood. So I usually try to find a pretty lush, full looking fern when I go shopping for these things. That way when I cut it up into multiple little sections, I have plenty of foliage in each pot, and I basically just cut this like you would cut a pie. And at first I was going to cut it in half, but it was so deep and it was kind of tough to get through, and I didn't want to damage a lot of the plant, so I just went ahead and kind of cut it and broke it off into sections like you would a pie, and just kind of gently separated that. And then you get these little plants here, and then you can just spread them out and put them in your pots. So in case you didn't notice earlier in the video, I was back there in the yard at a pile of dirt. This was the aged manure that we've kept in the yard for a couple of years now. We got them from we got it from my in-laws because they have a ton of cows, and so they collect this stuff because they also have a wide variety of plants, and it's just very good for the plants. So I put this in all of my pots and in our garden and everything, and it just really helps for all the plants to thrive.
Hard to find.
I bought one fern for $16.99, and now I have 7 ferns. And so this is the exact reason that I do this. It makes it so much better when you can just take one plant and make a whole array of plants. And I don't know why in the world I never did this before. I always thought that I had to buy multiple plants to fill out the spaces, but instead, why not break them up? These will take a little bit to fill out and get fuller, of course. It's not really even warm outside. It's not even really officially spring yet. So they're going to take a while, but I can baby them a little bit and keep them in the shade, make sure they have sufficient water. And then when they get big enough, then I will finally hang them up and they'll be lush and beautiful. So this is just an easy way to expand your plant family if that's what you want to do. Turkey season is also coming in on the 12th of April, so we're hoping to get out this year. I do have a couple of tags. Last year was my first year, if you guys saw those videos. So this year we're gonna try again and see what happens. Yeah, I love you guys and I appreciate you watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one.